I need to go break, I need to sit down.
Thank you very much there. So, hello everyone, my name's Mabel, I'm the former chairwoman of People's Pride Southampton and I'm the co-founder of Trans Pride Southampton. Thank you very much there. I also only had about 6 days to be able to write this speech and I've not been rehearsing my lines. So I'm sorry that I have to look at my phone instead of all of your lovely faces whilst I do my speech, but time's just not on my side there. But life's a speech, as everyone says. So, my name's Mabel, and how's everyone had at Southampton Pride today? It's been good? It's been a really fun day, hasn't it? We had the rain interfering with the PA system on the main stage, so we were belting out songs like Umbrella earlier today. And now we have knee pain, thanks to what Jack was doing just a moment ago. I'm really happy to have the opportunity to speak to you all today. It was only last Sunday, as I said, that I had the opportunity and I could never refuse it. I've not had the time to rehearse what I've said and I've written this down even, so I'm repeating myself now. I'm going to talk to you a bit about Trans Pride Southampton as an organisation and our events and hopefully some bits about what we aim to do for the future. So, Trans Pride Southampton is a new organisation created to deliver the namesake Trans Pride event, but also in the past 3 months since we've been founded, we've also done a beach day at Calshot Beach. This was open not just to the trans community, but our wider LGBTQIA+ allies as well, who may also feel as they cannot go to the beach if they're self-conscious, if there's bodily image issues or anything like that there, or maybe they just felt vulnerable to be who they are. So we had a great beach day about a fortnight ago now, and we cannot wait to deliver more socials to you in the future. Following the Trans Pride event, we would like to get a couple more under our belt before the year's end, so do follow us online and you'll see what's going down there. Last year, I also organised the city's first Trans Pride through People's Pride. Our city has a huge trans community, but there are few trans spaces or trans events necessarily just for us, and there's not really a great deal of opportunities where our trans community has a chance to be front and centre. So that's one of the reasons why we are going to do Trans Pride Southampton. That's on the 16th of September this year. And there were a few other reasons that I'll just go through why we do want to do that event, why we did it last year, and we are going to be continuing with this every year. So, let's go to those reasons. So, the size of the queer community, which is perceived both in our events, but also smaller things as well, can be seen in a lot of different ways there. Obviously there was the census that we just had, and it was no surprise to anyone really just how big our community actually is. We've also got 2 great universities, so of course they are bringing in time and time again different cohorts, you could say, of the transgender community, and they're particularly younger people. So we need to make sure that they're finding their community, they're finding their voice, and that they have lots to get involved in. So that's one reason why we do Trans Pride Southampton. But a couple of other reasons is last year there was a conversion therapy ban, which was a huge motivating factor in organising the first event, because trans people weren't going to be included in the ban, and this ban has yet to take place as well. So we are still one of few countries in the world where you can practice conversion therapy, where you can self-refer yourself to conversion therapy practices and have a horrible experience, quite frankly torture, there at the hands of a government or the religion that is pushing for conversion therapy. So that was a very big factor for last year. It has also been 3 years since 70% of participants in a public consultation voted to amend the Gender Recognition Act. This was to introduce self-identification, to change your legal gender, rather than the long and grueling process that there is at the moment. And this would also have introduced legal recognition for the non-binary community, which still cannot express themselves fully, I wouldn't say, until you can legally be non-binary, and that's something that's yet to happen either, which could have been fixed with that consultation. But rather than go with amending the Gender Recognition Act, they kicked it into the long grass. They said that they're not going to do that. They tried saying that we cheated in the consultation somehow, and Jared just got kicked into the never ever, and what did I put next? And yeah, they decided not to go ahead with the Recognition Act, amending it. Instead, they started expressing concerns about frameworks that are already in place, like to help young people access puberty blockers, for example. So that's something that's had a lot of issues in the past year or two. And it started off as threats with people complaining about the government not amending the Gender Recognition Act. So that's another reason there why we have to do Trans Pride Southampton. And as we get closer to the event on the 16th of September, trans people do continue to be harassed in the media, harassed in the real world as well, physically. And somehow we've managed to be kicked out of many competitions now, including chess. The advantage that trans women have in chess, I don't know. It's probably something misogynistic, like all transphobia, but there we go there. So last year, with People's Pride Southampton, Trans Pride attracted over 1,000 members altogether there. We had We had an inside event in a church not too far from here. And despite being Trans Pride, which you might think's a bit like a petri dish of just one culture having, hopefully, a fun time, it was actually quite beautiful seeing how diverse our community actually is. There was loads of different ethnicities, people with different abilities being able to take part, different classes. There was really a great turnout there and a wide, diverse audience to be able to take part in the first event there. And as a volunteer, it was, as I said, it was beautiful to see all this coming together like any other Pride event. So do make sure that you can go to Trans Pride this year, again on the 16th of September. Last year, one person even came as far as Leicester. So it definitely does attract a wide turnout, I'd like to say. We invite not only trans people, as I said, but also our allies to march with us in solidarity. So I don't just want to see the trans community come out, I also want to see partners of trans people marching. I want to see parents of trans kids, doctors who want more to be done for the trans community, and other members of the LGBTQIA. Ultimately, Pride is a protest, as Jack said, and it is with a protest march and holding a rally that we can fully show this side of the Pride movement. After the march, we will have speakers so that we can join one another to share perhaps some of our most worrying trans issues this year. And also, hopefully, there can be some moments of trans joy that shine out as well among these dark times. So, again, that's on the 16th of September. The march is going to start from noon at Bargate. So hopefully, I get to see as many of you as possible. Please follow Trans Pride Southampton on Facebook and Instagram. And if you can contact us there if you're interested in speaking or volunteering, that would be great as well. And finally, if you were to go on to Buy Us a Coffee, you can also donate to the first event and future events as well there. So thank you for your time, have a happy Pride, and solidarity to the train operators on strike. Thank you very much.